Hello, my name's Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. Today I want to talk about um, a story that's currently taking place that coincides exactly with what I talk about here on my channel and what I'm here to talk about. Children and families, and I'm not here to put women down by any means. I'm here to stand up though and fight for the good people, both men and women, and to make a change in the mentality that just men are bad and women are good. That really has to change, because in the end it's all about the kid. And God, what I'm seeing happen today has been severe. It's tremendous impact on our children, and it's wrong, terribly wrong, provably, undeniably. I mean, you can't deny that this is wrong. I'm going to ask again, please subscribe and like my videos and share my channel and try to help me grow and be heard. So this story, you've heard me talk about this man before. He's what I call the man in the van. He's a wonderful man, has a heart of gold. He will stop and give anybody the shirt off his back any day of the week. He doesn't need to know you or not. He will stop on the side of the road. He has literally just, I've watched him, we both do it. We stop it, and that's one of the things I love about this community. There are many people in this community that live just like that. So, and this is terrible. Get up on my last video. I'm trying to get some videos made and get these pre-recorded, and some things that I'd like to talk about, and are currently, again, this is currently happening, but I'm having a rough day today. I'm going to try and get through this. So what's happening right now with this guy? He's an alcoholic. He lives in a van because of what the system has done to him. I mean, how do you live off of 49% of your pay? The system takes 51% of his check and gives it to her. I understand having these systems, but you can't be destroying people's lives all the way around in the process of it. I understand the need for finances and everything, but it can't devastate one person to benefit another. In the end, none of it's about children. It's so with this story, he lives in a van because he only gets 49% of his pay, and he's an alcoholic because of what he's an alcoholic, and more so because of what he's suffering from with all of this. He wants to be a father. He wants to be with his child. She is a bigger alcoholic than he is, and she is an abusive alcoholic. He's the lush of an alcoholic, and neither of it is right. Part of why, again, we have this mentality that alcohol is fine and dandy. No, alcohol destroys people's lives too, but there's so much money in it. That's what matters most in this country, money. So, a few weeks ago, she told him she's putting the kid up for adoption. She doesn't want him anymore. But he couldn't have him. He lives in a van. He can't even fight for his kid. We're all helping him. I mean, he is very fortunate that he has a couple of very good friends that aren't scared to put their foot knee high right up his butt, tell him what he's doing is wrong. He knows what he's doing is wrong, and he's fighting it, and it's a slow process, but fortunately he has a network of people who are doing it. And this man's like a brother. I love him. But she told him he can't have him. But if you want to come see him for another visit before he goes up for adoption, come and visit. So he just went out there for a week to visit. Terrible. So he goes out there for a week and visits with his son, with the thought that this child's going up for adoption, and this may be the last time he gets to see his kid. So again, I'd say he has a wonderful network of friends. And one of them, I mean, I talk a lot. I've already talked several times about these people when I talked about the family who raised their children to be absolutely amazing. Amazing. How many 18-year-old kids have already bought themselves two Harleys and bought their dad one too? You show me society where 99% of the kids turning 18 aren't asking the parents for a handout, let alone buy. I mean, how many children out there have actually bought their parents a car and said, "Hey, Dad, this was your favorite hot rod. I bought it for you at 18 years old." When I tell you tremendous kids, the kid's dad already has his own Harley. Bought him another one. Tremendous family. So while he was out there and we heard about all this going on, my friend and I sat down and said, we'll find a way. We'll adopt that child, keep his dad part of that kid's life. We'll find a way to make it work together. So we called him up and told him. He was in tears. Thank you guys. I can't believe it. So then he told her. He called me back the next day and said she decided she doesn't want to put him up for adoption anymore. Now she wants to keep him. This is a child, not a dog. You don't just pick and choose when you want to be a parent. This is disgusting. I mean, God, what I am seeing going on with these women today. I'm not here to talk bad about women, but there are so many of them that are doing such wrong today, terrible, but yet are still being praised and upheld as angels that they're not. In the end, what does it do for the kid? This is horrible, horrible. The whole situation with this child is horrible. This is a mom who just wants to get drunk and not spend any time with her kid, doesn't want to be with the kid, but's going to keep the kid because she gets paid to keep the kid and doesn't want the kid to actually have a good life. Tell me that's not disgusting. It's heartbreaking. And nobody can do anything about it because moms are empowered and entitled. I'm so sick of this disgusting entitlement world. How does that benefit the kid? What kind of future in life does that child have with somebody, a parent, who doesn't want anything to do with them? Just wants to get drunk and be abusive. She is an absolute abusive drunk. Everybody knows it, but nobody can do anything about it. It's sad. So this is another short story that I want to share that I'm really, because I've been stuck in it my whole adult life with my kids. Dads are not bad. They're people, and we're all every mix has their good and their bad. And I'm so tired of it. Tired of being treated bad when I've done such good, and I'm being treated bad because of the good I did, and even the things I suffer from for being such a good person. And I know the pains because I grew up with them trying to get my dad to pay attention to me my whole life. I went and bought a Harley. I was what, 20, my early 20s. It was actually just before my son was born. I bought a Harley. My dad was a biker. Dad, I found you a bike. This guy wants nothing for it. It's an amazing steal of a deal. And this will tell you, I mean, I just bought my bike. My son was just born, and my dad lived a half hour away. I said, hey, this bike is 1 block from my house. Come take a look at it. It's a steal of a deal. And while you're here, come see your grandkid for the first time. Oh, I'm gonna go check out that bike. Yay, thank you for telling me about that. But I don't have time to come see my grandkid. I don't have time for that. No, he didn't want to come see his grandkid. I was still in my early 20s trying to get my dad to connect and do something with me and be a family man. And he didn't even want to see his grandson. But if I can make money off of a motorcycle, yeah, I'm there. I'm all over that. Got time for that to get off my lazy butt. But I don't have time to meet my grandson. So my dad actually met his grandson because I took him over there to see him. He was only, what, a week or two old, just newborn. And I took him a block away so my dad could see his grandson for the first time while he was there to see a motorcycle, and literally could not come literally 1 block from my house, no more than a quarter mile, to come and see his grandson. I know the feelings. I don't want my kids to suffer from that and suffer from it wrongly. And I'm seeing this happening all around, and I don't want to see other kids suffer from it. Wrong. I'm hoping we can get it to stop for the kids' sake.